A decently large open world, but not as a traditional and popular third-person adventure genre, instead as a pinball game. It's certainly a weird and an obscure setup, but one that kept me smiling the whole time I was playing it. This bundle of sunshine of a video game is called Yoku Island Express, and it comes to the Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC on May 29th for $18. Yoku Island Express stars Yoku, the dung beetle, a itsy bitsy tiny but adorable bug. You've come to Mokumana Island as a replacement for the pterodactyl mailman. It's the perfect setup for Roku, a big and relaxing tropical island for him to spend his days as a mail bug. The only problem is that quickly falls apart. The island's deity is restless, having nightmares that are affecting the island and its people. Through a series of side quests and an elaborate interconnected pinball system, it's up to Yoku to save the day. Throughout your adventure, you'll come across quirky, weird, and just generally fun personalities, a parrot that delivers recorded messages, and a gang of hard-headed bugs, just to name a few. They all populate the island and take you across the various corners of it, in side quests that play in part to this happy-toned Metroidvania pinball crossover. The lighthearted narrative really sets the tone for this positive and heartwarming adventure. Yoku is certainly an interesting collaboration between game genres that typically don't go together. While the entire game consists of a pretty large open world, it's presented in a giant elaborate pinball machine. There are moments where you can manually move around as Yoku as he drags around a ball, but primarily you'll be navigating blue and orange pinball-like bumpers with the shoulder buttons on your controller. The pinball system helps you navigate around the island that's all interconnected by it. Each section of the island is themed after a terrain, from the beautiful tropical beaches to the vibrant lush jungles. It's not all just looks though. Each of these terrains house their own gameplay elements as well as island citizens. This is where the pinball system is a bit more convoluted, as the paths aren't all just straightforward. Yoku Island Express is actually a Metroidvania game in disguise. Like other Metroidvania games before it, you'll discover new sections of the open world that you don't have access to immediately. It's not explained to you directly, but as you continue on exploring, you'll come across new abilities. For example, early on in the game you're introduced to an explosive slug that can clear out an open path where obstacles once stood. There's plenty of other examples just like this that open up the world for you to explore. The Metroidvania system is what really carries this game forward, and it works flawlessly. You'll keep on exploring the island, clearing out clouds on your map only to meet and discover new locations and NPCs. There you'll find new side quests and missions for you to do that will only lead you onto more quests and abilities, further opening the branches you can take. It's a collaboration of systems that I personally just never thought would work well together. I mean, a Metroidvania open world pinball game just sounds weird in my head. But it pairs as well as peanut butter and jelly or me in the movie Kimi no Na wa. It just works. Now, like I mentioned earlier, there's plenty of little side quests for you to do and collectibles to find. Throughout the world are pieces of fruit that act as a currency. The currency can then be used to open up new pinball bumpers that can send you in a new direction on the island. Additionally, certain NPC characters will offer upgrades to your wallet so you can store more of that fruit at once. Other collectibles will activate shrines, giving you treasures in return. Overall, Yoku Island Express offered an amusing collaboration of genres that sent me on a delightful and cheerful adventure. The Metroidvania system worked well and didn't feel like it was forcing me down a certain path. The whole time I felt like I had control of the path I was taking to complete the game, and I enjoyed exploring it and finding it. Yoku Island Express is a beautiful looking game. The art style over the entire project looks like a painting very reminiscent of Ori and the Blind Forest. It's captivating to look at and a marvel to play through. The small amount of animation that is in the game's environment, such as the confetti coming out of treasure chests or leaves being blown off plants, is gorgeous. It's honestly a bit of a bummer too though, because there is so little animation in the environment. I'd love to see a bit more life be brought to the world through the movement of the environment, or even just the background. With that said, once you do get into more of the game's environments, you do see a bit more of a layered background, making the game feel more like a world with depth behind it rather than a 2D plane. Playing primarily a PC copy of the game, I didn't notice any performance issues with the title. Everything flowed well and shined vibrantly with a wide amount of color use throughout the game's environments. The music in Yoku Island Express, as you would probably guess, is very tropical and upbeat. It's a very happy list of music for a generally cute and positive game. Though the songs can repeat often, especially when you're stuck trying to find where to go next, I didn't really mind it at all that much as the songs were pretty catchy and easy to relax to. While the characters themselves don't actually speak dialogue, they make these adorable little critter sounds that goes along with the text conversations. Each voice matches the physical appearance of the NPC you're talking to. The smaller bugs have a higher pitched cute voice, while the larger bugs have a more bass heavy voice. Once again, it all works in the favor of this whole good vibes and happy-go-lucky attitude that this game just exhilarates. Yoku Island Express had me smiling the whole time I was playing, even when I got stumped trying to find the next correct step in my path to finishing the game. It's a game with a lot of heart and charm to it that's present in pretty much every aspect of this game. I wasn't honestly expecting to get too into it, as I don't really play too many pinball games in my free time, nor do I review them, but Yoku genuinely surprised me. The addition of a Metroidvania system works brilliantly well with the open world pinball design to create a fun and new take on the genre collaboration. Yoku Island Express is a game you should definitely keep your eye on, even for those of you thinking, hey, pinball games aren't really my thing, this is the game that might just win you over. It certainly was for me. That does it for my review of Yoku Island Express for the Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. If you have any questions about the game or games you'd like me to review in the future, please let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more content just like this, and consider sharing the video with your friends on social media. It helps more people find out about my videos, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you all very much for watching, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one.